the big picture. This Sunday, the Buffalo Bills are one win away from another visit to the Super Bowl. While we're all fans of our hometown team, the biggest fan who inspired us all was Pancho, who in real life was Ezra Castro. He was president of the Bills backers in Dallas, Texas, and took social media by storm with his Pancho Power posts. Sadly, cancer took Ezra's life in 2019, but not until after the Buffalo Bills had him help introduce players like Harrison Phillips during the NFL draft and honoring Ezra and his family. It was Pancho who inspired our first guest to write a children's book titled Pancho Power. Her name is Roselyn Kasmire, and in addition to being a teacher and author, Roselyn is also a Buffalo Bills fan who attended the recent game against the Ravens. Welcome to BBZ. We're so happy to see you here.
Thank you, Penny. I'm so glad to be here. Go Bills!
So you have to tell us, we're really excited about the show and about the game, of course. Tell us what inspired you to write this book and what the book is all about.
Well, Pancho Power, Ezra was a big fan of my writing of my other books, and I have other books here to show you, but he had all my books for his children. And we became friends, and he messaged me through Facebook Messenger, and he was like, Roselyn, I had a dream that I had a children's book, and I was reading it, and he asked if we could make this happen. And I was like, do you want to do it? And he goes, yeah. I said, well, we can totally do it. So basically, I started getting the juices rolling, and I started writing, and then I sent him like the story, what I was thinking, and he loved it, and he was like, I love this story. And I was like, well, let's just go with it. And then we found an illustrator, Michael Biondo. Actually, Ezra found Michael Biondo and was like, I have the perfect guy. So he illustrated Pancho Power. And it just all came together. And we would be talking on the phone because he lives in Texas. Michael Biondo lives in Florida and Sarasota. So
you're here in Buffalo.
Yeah, so we're all over the board, and we're just calling and texting each other, and we made it come true for him.
Did you ever meet him in real life?
Yes, I've met him multiple times, and that's how we became friends. Because, like I said, he had some of the other books that I've written, and he had them. I signed them for his children, Gino and Lulu.
So everybody I know that's interested in this story keeps saying, and they keep telling you and asking you the same thing, how did a guy from Texas, how and why did a guy from Texas become the biggest Buffalo fan?
I love telling the story because Ezra comes from a big family, and he has brothers, and he's from Texas, and they're all different fan base. Like his one brother is a Cowboys fan, his other brother is a Broncos fan, and when he was little, he loved the Buffalo Bills colors, and he was like, that's gonna be my team. So he picked Buffalo Bills when he was a kid by the color of their team.
I love that story. And a lot of people are like that at the horse races. You know, they'll pick like I did if I ever went to the outfit. Oh, I like that outfit, but I never heard of anybody becoming a Buffalo Bills fan. But as we know, there's tons of Buffalo Bills fans all over the country, but they usually have like either come from here and end up somewhere else or have some connection. So that's a great story. Now, I understand you have some video of the children that you recently posted to Facebook where they're cheering on the Bills before the Ravens game. Who are his children?
Well, Gino and Lulu are his two children. Gino is 8 and Lulu is 5. And every game day, Gino and Lulu they create a video, and actually they're going to the game in Kansas City, and little Gino's gonna dress up as little Panchito, and he dresses up as, and still doing his father's legacy. Like, he will live on through his father. So he's dressing up, and they're all going, and they're super excited.
That's gonna be so cute. That's gonna be so adorable. Let's roll the video of their message.
Happy Bills Game Day, Bills Mafia! Woo! I'm so excited because we're in the divisional playoff game against the Ravens. I believe we will win and go to the AFC Champions game and to the Super Bowl. Uncle Harry, I have you on with me today. Viva Los Bills! Let's go Buffalo!
They were really so cute. And I understand there's some other fans who are in your book too.
Yes, and we all heard of Bill's Mafia, so we have some of the Bill's Mafia super fans here, and Captain Buffalo, Buffalo Loco, Bill's Foot, Ron Pinto with the mustard and the ketchup.
I love that.
So there's other super fans besides the Bill's Mafia that's in here as well. We have different fans here. We have like the Raiders fans. So this is his brother dressed up as Balls Mahoney. He dresses up as every game, and his outfit is completely different. So it's interesting to see. And there you have the Broncos. That's his brothers there with their Broncos hat. So it's just for all fans, no matter what team you love.
So you went to the game, as we talked about,
Yes.
and against the Ravens. What was it like? You know, although there were a limited number of people there, you know that they limited the number. But I heard, and everyone kept saying, it sounded like 4 times as many people as there really were. Is that true?
Yes, the energy was so high. It was amazing. Everyone was stomping their feet, you know, hitting their chairs, trying to make as much noise. It was just a great feeling just being there. And I actually brought Pancho power, and I was waving it in the stands. So I was like, and then when
it was probably you that was doing. That was like, I hear all the screaming and yelling. It was probably you we heard.
Well, it's so funny because the ball hit the goalpost like a couple times, and I'm like, maybe that was the Angels blowing the ball that way, because there's lots of Angels that are Buffalo Bills fans up there.
Okay, now tell us about this game. Where are you going to be watching it?
I think I'm going to be going to my friend's house to watch it. Unfortunately, I didn't get tickets to go, but I am going to go to the Super Bowl because I know they're going. I bought my ticket to go to Tampa.
You told me. You told me. That's nothing like confidence, the confidence that you have. What impact has the Bills Mafia, quote unquote, had on the team, do you think? The way they play and their energy or anything?
I think that's what makes the whole thing to come together. It's the whole energy, the positivity. You know, even the Bills fans that donated to different charities. It's just a community, and Buffalo, I believe Buffalo, that they do have the best fan base ever. I'm sorry, I could be biased, but Bills Mafia, Buffalo is amazing.
Well, I think you're in the majority, because they always talk about the fact of the impact that our fans in the Bills Mafia have on the team and the way they play. I know besides this book that we were looking at, that you've written some books in the past for children. We should show our viewers a couple of the other books.
So this is the Misadventures of Mage Magnus, and this is my 2020 book that's just came out, and I co-authored that with Patrick Hall. The Adventures of Jasper. The second book of Mage Magnus, The Curse of Frogitude. Anti-bullying is great. And of course, Billy Buffalo's Big Catch.
Yay!
Not giving up. Woohoo! So,
You're energizing a whole generation. What are the ages of the children that are these aimed for?
you know what? When people ask me that, because I'm older and I still collect children's books, so I feel books are for any age, honestly. But if you were going to read this to children, you know, any age from like kindergarten to 8 years old, but I feel that books are forever. And I mean, one of my favorite books is The Giving Tree. It still gets me every time I read it. It's in my closet, signed. I mean, books are forever.
I think we all have books from our childhood that we still kept. Speaking about your childhood, you are actually not a born and bred Buffalo person, yet you became, like Pancho Villa, a biggest fan. Tell us a little bit about how that came about, because I know you were born in Atlantic City. And
Yes. Well, my stepfather is from Buffalo, and he met my mom when he was in the military in New Jersey. And when it was time, before we moved up here, he would always watch the Bills. And I would, be like, Dad, what's this team? And he would tell me, and I was like, I like them, they're super good. And then he basically made me into a fan. And then
I bet he liked our colors too. I bet he liked red, white.
And then I was a super fan for life, because even in New Jersey, Massachusetts, because we were in the military. And then when I came here, I was like, wow, I actually got to go to my first game when I moved to Buffalo.
And talking about, you know, that keep your day job story, you actually have a background in teaching, which is very important, and children with special needs, probably which helped you with your books.
Yeah, I've been teaching for 17 years in the Buffalo district, and I do write. I see what some of the struggles that my students are going through, and they give me the inspiration to write. And then I always run it past them. I'm like, what do you think? They're like my case study already.
That would be a great testing for them.
Exactly.
Yeah. I know you've been involved with Oshai Hospital, Children's Hospital too.
Mm-hmm. I do, and then I also do cosplay too with the Justice League, and we do lots of charity events with that too. I dress up as Supergirl.
and we can keep going. A famous actress as well.
I love
Tell
acting
us
too.
what have you appeared in that we would know?
Well, I was my first featured background in Marshall, which was awesome because I was with Chadwick Boseman and Josh Gad in the scene. And it was really I got the star treatment, makeup, hair, you know, you get to be with, I was next to Josh Gad getting my makeup done because it was like a featured extra. So I always liked to do, back in the day, I loved commercials, but this was my first time actually going into a film, and I was like, I want to do this too. I love this. So, and I started writing scripts and working and doing that stuff too.
I heard you telling us before that you're actually thinking of writing a script for, is it going to be a movie or?
It's a TV series.
A TV series.
I actually started writing it, and we filmed our teaser. So now that we have the teaser, we're going to move forward and put that together, and then we're going to try to pitch it to HBO or Netflix.
Okay, now is there a part for a blonde judge?
I can make you a
see.
part. I can do that.
Okay, we'll talk.
That's the benefit of being a writer.
We'll talk about this later, okay? I want featured, a lot of.
You can be featured.
Not too many lines, okay?
Definitely featured.
Your website is your name, RoselynKasmire.com. And you make sure, so we want our viewers to make sure to check it out to find out more about your books and about you. And we're so happy that we had an opportunity to talk to you. And it was a really wonderful, thank you for coming.
Thank you, Penny.
And we're going to say go Bills, I'm sure. But
ready?
I mean, we're shout it. We're going to
shout it loud. You
we're
ready?
We're going to listen for you. We're going to listen for you. We're going to hear your voice. We know our voice will be in your voice will be in our ears and our mind, okay? When we come back, we'll have an update on another hometown restaurant struggling through the pandemic. So please stay with us.